They perfectly set up the whole um, Amanda working with Jigsaw. It wasn't just, something they pulled out of their ass, like Scream 3 with Roman being half brother and then completely changing shit, or like regular show and completely changing Thomas and having multiple plot holes. This was perfectly set up. And I really enjoyed this one. Though there's obviously a few flaws here and there. This one was really good and had me hooked the entire time. I did not care for Saw 1, but this was really good. It's one of those where the sequel is better than the first one. Kind of like Terrifier is better than All Hallows Eve. Anyway, there's this one guy that's kind of a dick, and he's a part of the Saw trap, right? In one part of the movie, he really wants the antidote so he doesn't die, right? But he's not willing to hurt himself to get it. So he picks up Amanda and he throws her into the needles and forces her to look for the key herself. Because he doesn't want to jump in there and no one else is volunteering. And she was the closest one to him. But later in the movie, she's like, you don't have to kill us and blah blah blah. And you still don't know the number on the back of your neck. How are you supposed to know the number in the back of your neck? So he just pulls out a knife and cuts something off the back of his skin. Which I really don't think that character would do that. Because like I just said earlier, he picked up Amanda and threw her in a pit of needles because he did not want to go in there and get hurt. Yet he cuts his own skin off just to get the antidote. He didn't just have her read it to him or try and look for a mirror or literally anything. He just willingly cut his skin off. He didn't even hesitate. It just really felt out of character. And for being multiple characters in this movie, they're actually all pretty well written besides like 3. There's this one girl, I think her name's Laura, and all she does for the movie is like cry and hide. I mean, it's a normal reaction, but if you take her out of the movie, you wouldn't even be able to tell. And then there's 2 other ones. There's this one guy that kidnapped them and put him there in the first place, which was a plot twist like 10 or 18 minutes in the movie. Then he gets killed like 2 or 3 minutes later. So he's not even really a big part of the movie, though they try and make it a big plot twist for some reason. And then there's one guy that looks through the keyhole and gets shot in the face, right through the eye, and right through the brain. And it angered me, though, on how long it took that one guy to figure out that the numbers were on the back of the neck. Because he literally said it. The numbers are in the back of your mind. Something like that. And them being on the back of your neck was apparently a surprise, and it took him the entire movie to find out. Because there was like 20 minutes left by the time he figured it out. Even though that riddle was like 10 or 20 minutes in the movie. So yeah, that was a bit weird. And I also don't understand why he never actually said, hey, can I look at the back of your neck to people, instead decide to be creepy and said stuff like, hey kid, and then would chase people. And then he just so willingly killed, I think his name was Jonas. Even though, he already had him down. They got in a fist fight. Has his back turned to him so he can just pull his jacket down and look at his number and walk away. But instead, he just decides to kill him. Well, he's been to prison multiple times. Then we find out it's because the one cop, I think his name's Eric in this movie, was framing everybody. But yeah, it's a really good, enjoyable movie though. But, a lot of plot holes. But I don't think there's like a single flashback in this movie. And there was way too many in the first one. So that's a plus. But yeah, good movie. I'm halfway through Saw 3 and I'm going to make the review tomorrow morning. I'm about an hour and a half in. So yeah, you can look forward to that.